Well, hello, Aquarian sun signs, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. And my name is Tammy, for those of you who do not know me. And I'm happy to have all of you here for your Zodiac reading for the month of September, which we're going to do what I call a life check-in spread. And what we're going to do is I'm going to draw 5 cards. We're going to look at your career. We're going to look at finances, love, health, and spirituality. And then we're going to draw 1 card to kind of see if there's any kind of negative energy or anything you need to be aware of in your space that's coming up. And then normally I usually go and pick a crystal that I'm drawn to before I do my readings. However, I was drawn to this deck, which this is a crystal deck. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to draw a card from that and see what we get for all you wonderful Aquarians out there. I will tell you, my moon sign is Aquarius. So I'm like a first cousin, basically. So I'm so excited to do this reading for you. Now, before we get started, I'm not going to go over everything that's going on at Your Natural Healer. If you want to know everything that's going on, and there's so much now, go to yournaturalhealer.com, and there is a tab called Sales and Specials. The sales and specials also include the happenings that are going on. I am also trying to figure out how to add a calendar to it because some of the events are paid, but I'm also offering some free events coming up as well, and I really don't want you to miss those either. For example, if you're watching this before, I don't know, I can't remember the date, September 13th or 14th. It's the Wednesday that's a teen day. At 7:30 p.m. Central Time, I am doing a live Facebook sale that I am calling Tammy's Top 10, which I will be selecting 10 different crystals from the Your Natural Healer store, and I am going to sell them live online. The twist is, so let's say, for example, well, I do have K2 pyramids. I don't know if I'm going to sell those or not yet. Depends on what happens at the Weatherford First Trade Days. I've got 2 live events, and then, of course, people can always, buy stuff before this event. So if this was available, what I'm going to do is I'll tell you all about it, and then I'm going to pull a poker chip. The poker chips are going to be labeled 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40% off. So you could get anywhere between 10 to 40% off of whatever crystal. And I'm going to do that for each individual set. Now, like I said, with these, it could be like currently I have 2 in stock, so I would sell both of them. If I decide, like, I have this crazy lace agate tower, if I sold one, it would just be whoever claimed it first. If I decided to sell tumbled black obsidian, I probably have 100 of those. So, with those, you could buy as many as you wanted at the percentage rate. So anyway, just if you're not following me on Facebook, make sure you do so. You don't want to miss out. If this is as big as I'm hoping it will be, I will do this monthly because I think it's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to get you guys some crystals at a discount, but I'm offering sales and stuff all the time. Anyway, the only thing I really want to go over is if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you would please consider doing so. In advance, namaste. The YouTube formula, it is real, and it is based off of watch time and number of subscribers. You have to reach 500, and then the second tier is 1,000, and I don't know if there's anything after that. The watch time I've got, but the subscribers, I'm just at the time of recording, I think at 406, 407. You could turn off notifications. That will not offend me. And again, do that for any YouTuber you watch. It really, really does support the channel. And then finally, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video. All of those things help move my videos up on the list for other people for YouTube to put on their channel. Hey, you might be interested in this, so they can find the channel and get the benefits as well. All right, that's all. Not going to go into anything else. Okay, so I'm going to move these 2 decks out of the way while we work on the first 5 attributes, because I'm going to need this little bit of space here. And really quickly, Aquarius, I want you to remember one of two things. This is a general reading. Now, I'm sorry, I just moved my camera. Before I do readings, I always connect to whoever's reading I'm doing. So let's say if I was doing a reading for Sally Smith, I connect to her energy, do her reading, and then, I send her video of her reading. So for this, what I do is I connect to Aquarius energy, which every type of zodiac has a different type of energy to it. However, it is still a general reading, so it may not resonate. If it doesn't, don't freak out. Don't say this is woo-woo. It's not real. Tammy's fake news, all of that. You can come back to the video. This reading, I'm only doing 3 times a year, so we'll do our next life check-in reading in January, okay? Or you can also get a personal reading. My rates are really very fair and reasonable. I think I really offer great rates, and I have all different types of packages. And if you're not sure, you can always email me, Tammy@yournaturalhealer.com. Say, hey, Tammy, I would love to have a reading. What do I got to do? And I am more than happy to help you. I love tarot. I love anything that deals with spirituality. It's wonderful. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about if it resonates with you. If the reading resonates with you, what I want you to do is I want you to take your right hand, place it on your heart as you take a deep breath in and say, yes, I claim this for myself. Always claim it if it resonates, okay? All right, let's get this party started. Aquarius. I'm sure you guys get sick of hearing that. All right, I'll fix these a little better. My tripod has this stupid stick on it that allows me to move the camera like this up and down, and I love that. However, when I kind of move forward, and the stick is probably about as long as this, it stabs me in just under my, I don't know, was that the clavicle? And I'm not a tech person. I'm sure there's something I could do to fix it. I tried to take it off, but when I do, the camera just drops down like that. So, and I've tried to spin it around, but it doesn't work right. But anyway, that's not your problem. That's my problem. All right, so Aquarius, let's go ahead and start with career. In this space that you're about to move into over the course of the next 4 months, what's going to be, what's the universe want to tell you? And we got the Hanged Man. Okay. The Hanged Man, let me tell you a little bit about the card, because each card in tarot, it always relates to a chakra, and it always relates to an element of the earth. Sometimes it can also associate with a certain zodiac or a planet or both of those, okay? So in this case, the Hanged Man is drawing off third eye energy, and it is the element of water, so it's utilizing and pulling in water energy. The planet Neptune and the zodiac sign Pisces. All right. So as far as your career goes, Aquarius, I think that maybe that you're going to be moving into a space where you're starting to feel a little uneasy or unsure, unclear. You might be deciding, do I want to start a new career path, whether it's going to school, or do I want to try to get a promotion, or, maybe you just want to quit the workforce altogether. There's some uncertainty about your current job or career path, okay? Now, excuse me, what the Hanged Man energy is trying to tell you with this is chill out. Take a break. You do not need to make any decisions right now. Everything will unfold as it's supposed to. And excuse me, I'm going to get a quick sip of water. Sorry about that. All right. So as I was saying, everything is going to unfold. Okay. Now that doesn't mean you just kick back and don't do anything. if maybe you're considering taking some courses, sure, you can go ahead and look around at different schools and different programs. But the universe is saying don't make any quick, fast decisions, because that might not be the path. Okay? And you're going to know. So just be very patient, and just have faith in the universe. And that's going to be the big one. Okay? Anytime you feel uncertain, take a deep breath in and just exhale it out and just kind of clear your mind. Okay? And you'll be just fine. As I said, you'll know if the universe wants you to go on this path or this path. You will know. You will not need to rush into anything. You'll be 100% sure, and all the signs and the opportunity will be right there in your face. Okay, Aquarius? All right, let's talk about money. So you got the King of Swords. Okay, again, this is another third eye chakra card. So I'd be a little curious to see, kind of your intuition right now. I'd be curious to see maybe if your third eye chakra is a little slow. I don't think it's blocked or anything, but again, like I said, with this, you're uncertain, so you're not really receiving those messages clearly from the universe. And I think the same thing is coming with this card, but we'll talk about that more in a minute. So you might really want to start doing some extra work with your third eye chakra, whether it's in meditation, getting REIKI session, using crystals. But this also deals with the element of air, since it's a sword. And it also deals, it's right on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini. So it's pulling in a little bit of both energies, okay? Now, what this card is saying in terms of your finances is that you need to stop the bus, okay? You need to reevaluate. You need to make sure you are being logical, that you're being rational, and that you're being realistic when it comes to your finances. And I say money, but I'm talking across the board. This is buying a house, so any kind of assets, a car, retirement plans, and then obviously, your money. So, it's also, the wants versus the needs. And I don't think it's that big of a wants versus needs kind of thing. But what I'm getting here is that, because of the third eye is involved, and maybe your third eye is a little slowed down a bit, is that you're just going to rush into things, for example, like buying a house. Maybe you're not going to read all the documents. You're not going through a real estate agent. You're doing a, for sale by owner or something like that. And I wouldn't sign any kind of contracts, do any kinds of crazy investments unless you do your due diligence, okay? Because you might think, oh, I got this under control. I know everything. But again, are you really being realistic here? Are you really being logical? For example, logical, is it smart to meet some guy in a back alley and give him cash for a house? I mean, come on. And I know that's kind of extreme, but you get the gist there. So just be really careful with anything that deals with investing your money, okay? Be very, very careful. I'm not saying you shouldn't invest. I'm just saying make sure you dot your I's, cross your T's, talk to a financial planner if need be, use a reputable real estate agent. Just be careful. All right, let's move on to love, and let's see what we got coming in Aquarius. And you got Temperance. Temperance deals with the solar plexus, which also deals with the element of fire. and it's associated with the planet of Jupiter and Sagittarius. All right. So if you're an Aquarius who is currently in a relationship, and I don't care if you've been dating a week or you're married, if you're in any type of relationship, this is one of the best cards that you can actually get in terms of a relationship. Okay. This is saying that your relationship has that perfect balance. There's the respect. There's the emotion. You're sinking, in terms of thoughts and ideas, and just everything is balanced. You know your part, they know their part. Just, it's sheer perfection. And this is a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic card. Okay. This card also means a lot of times, now, like I said, it is a general reading. This can mean soulmates. So just keep that in mind. This could be the one if you're, somebody that's been dating someone for quite a while, but just know that your relationship is going into this just absolutely perfect phase. Now, if you've been having any issues though recently, arguments, fighting, whatever, just know that that's all part of a relationship, and that's all going to work itself out. Even if there's been some issues or whatever, and you're questioning the relationship, temperance means no, everything is going to work out, okay? Because this relationship is balanced beautifully. Soulmates, not twin flames. I hate when people say twin flames. 99% of us do not have a twin flame. And you're like, what? Without getting into that, go to my playlist called Tuesday's Enlightenment. It's only a 20 to 30 minute video, I think, and I discuss what twin flames actually is. The people on these magazines misused it around Valentine's Day. And instead of saying your soulmate, oh, have you met your twin flame? And they took it all out of context. And now the term is just butchered all to shreds. Okay, so I'm not talking twin flame here. All right. Oh, I forgot about you single Aquarians. Oh my gosh, I was about to move on. I am so sorry. All right, so if you're single, what this card is saying that, you've been in some relationships and obviously, they're not the one and they're not really working out, and they've maybe not been terrible, but, they just pretty much were a waste of your time, What you need to do is you don't currently have balance in the rest of your life. Balance in, career, balancing your money, balancing time with your friends, balancing time with your family, balancing time with charity work, balancing time with your spirituality, maybe your physical fitness. All these things in your life are not balanced. So something, you're either pushing a lot of your time into work, or maybe you spend 80% of your time with your family, or you spend 80% of your time with your friends. You've got to find balance. And once you find that balance, single Aquarians, you are going to meet someone. A partner is going to come along, because now your life is balanced and you're going to be able to make room for that relationship because you know how to balance and you know how to work it. Okay. Balance is a really hard one to find, depending on, again, what area of your life that you're not finding the balance in. Do some yoga, work on some meditation. Maybe you need some counseling. Maybe you just need some time to yourself. Whatever it is, single Aquarians, you need to find the balance before that special person is going to enter your life. Because if somebody enters your life with the way it is now, it's not going to work. Find that balance and you'll find love. Okay. Alrighty, let's move on and talk about health. Now, I want to kind of do like a little disclaimer first, which I do put in the description of all my videos. But no matter whatever I say, excuse me, in terms of tarot, or if I'm talking about crystals or essential oils or herbs or whatever it may be, please know that I'm not a medical doctor. I am a certified holistic health practitioner with the American Association of Drugless Practitioners, but I'm not a medical doctor. Okay, so I will never diagnose and I will never offer treatment, so to speak. Holistic healing should work in conjunction with the medical community. For example, I have a gentleman who sees his doctor regularly about his thyroid. He does not want to go on medication. And, thankfully, he has been able to not go on medication because he does receive REIKI regularly. And when his thyroid flares up, he uses crystals and does some chakra work as well, in between REIKI sessions. And then like myself, for example, I've had high blood pressure forever, even when I was thin, and it's hereditary. And so I was put on blood pressure medication, and it's probably been 10, 12 years maybe that I've been on high blood pressure medicine. I've never, ever had to increase my dosage. And once I had done that, I started doing REIKI, and I use crystals and essential oils and things like that. So again, I still take medication, but I use holistic healing to complement that. So please, no matter what anybody ever says as far as if they're a holistic practitioner, holistic healing should never replace medical healing. It should work in conjunction with it. So if you're sick, if you're ill, if you have symptoms, if you're hurt, either call your doctor, or if it's an emergency, dial 911. Okay? All right. So let's talk about health. All right. And you got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this is actually a heart chakra card, and it pulls in and draws on earth energy. And it also is associated with Aries and Taurus. It lies on that cusp right there. So this is really not a bad card. If you've been sick or have had some kind of illness, this card is really saying, what the universe is saying is don't give up. Keep doing what you need to be doing, and you will regain your strength and your energy again. And you'll start to be feeling a lot better. That's absolutely wonderful. At the same time, though, it's saying that you need to pay attention to the basics. And I know everybody hates hearing it, because I hate hearing it too. Eating right, drinking water, vitamins, exercise, getting the right amount of sleep, limiting stress, all those things. So, if you've been really slacking with that, then, this card is definitely saying, Aquarius, that you need to start paying attention to the basics. Okay. And that's for any of us. That's for me too. But I'm Moon Aquarius. All right. So let's look at our final card, where we're going to talk about spirituality. And please remember that spirituality does not mean religion, okay? A lot of times people think that, REIKI, for example, REIKI's a religion. No, it's not a religion. Or I'll hear, you do tarot and crystals and you're, a Satanist. And it's like, no, I'm not. So I don't necessarily mean religion. It may pertain to you if that is the case. So you use it, however you need to in your situation. All right, so the card that you got is the Empress. And this is sacral chakra. It's earth energy. And this is another cusp one, the cusp of Venus and Taurus. And what this is saying is that I think that maybe you feel maybe a little bit rushed in your spiritual, enlightenment, your spiritual path, whatever that may be for you. And that you're reading books and you're buying all this stuff. And remember, spirituality, there's not check boxes. You don't say, okay, I read this book, check. Okay, I watched this video, check. Oh, I read this book, check. Oh, I bought all these crystals, check. I'm using sage, check. Oh, I get Reiki, check. Those things are all wonderful. Don't get me wrong, because I incorporate all of that into my spiritual and my professional practice. But you need to be patient. Don't get, like a lot of people so many times, I want my third eye open. And it's like, okay, it will open and, you've got to do the work and, but they want it right then and there. So they start just buying all these third eye crystals and they start doing all these third eye guided meditations. And Tammy, I need Reiki on my third eye. And it's like, well, your third eye, it's balanced, because you can have a balance and it's not like maybe fully open. And it's like, you need to take your time. Spirituality is a lifelong progress. For example, me, and I don't always mean to make everything about me, but I just try to relate with you guys so you get some kind of examples. Sorry for the glare. Hold on, let's see if I can fix that. Okay. Nope. No. Okay, I'm doing this reading in the day and the sun is hitting the window. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, I was going to give you an example. So myself, for example, yes, I have all these certifications and I've trained with all these different people from all around the world. But you know what? I still read constantly. I have a mentor that I constantly go to. One of the things about Reiki is you can do Reiki on yourself as a Reiki 1 practitioner. If that's all you want to do is on yourself, you can learn Reiki 1, which I'm going to let you guys know. I have the course for Reiki 1 halfway done. Just this summer, my garden was like phenomenal. I have it's a little over a third of an acre that's dedicated to growing vegetables. So it's a lot, especially with working full time and then having, the side business. It is quite a lot. So, I really didn't get time over the summer to finish my course. So I will be finishing it. I'm hoping if things slow down, I'm going to say October 15th at the latest, but I'm really aiming for October 1st. So my point is, as a Reiki 1 practitioner, basically you should only do Reiki on yourself, maybe your close family members. You really shouldn't be going out and doing it as a profession at Reiki 1, okay? And so Reiki 1, you can do it on yourself. Well, yes, I do Reiki on myself occasionally when I need it, if it's an emergency. But not sometimes, but I would probably say maybe about every 6 to 7 weeks, I do get a Reiki treatment from my mentor. And, he doesn't live in this country, and, I'll shoot him a message. Hey, I need to sign up for a Reiki session. And he's like, cool. And, so the thing is, I just want you to know it's never ending. You're always going to learn. You're never going to be 100% enlightened, ascended, whatever you want to call it. You're constantly learning new things because that's why it's called a journey. Okay. So just be patient with yourself. Be patient with your journey. Everything is happening at the pace it's supposed to happen at. Okay. So don't try to rush it. And that glare is coming again. That's the thing about windows and crystals. And I'm going to tilt that down a little bit. My apologies. All right. So we are going to pull from this deck, and I'm going to shuffle behind the camera because I'm like running out of room with the camera tilted like that. And we're going to see what negative energy Or it could be something shadow workish, if that's a word, workish. It could be something shadowy too. It could be about someone else that maybe you need to be aware of. But let's see what the universe wants you to be aware of in your upcoming space. All right. And it says, the characters in this thing, all of them have names. I'm not worried about that. This says, if you can read it, focus. Okay. You ever see a cat play like with them lasers, the little red laser dots and how focused they are? Okay. Now, what the universe is really trying to tell you with this card is that I think maybe you've been a little bit scatterbrained, or you're not paying attention to details, okay? This card is screaming, pay attention to details. Otherwise, it could end up in some really big mistakes, okay? Now, I'm not saying it's going to be something so terrible and horrific or anything like that, but, you mess up some number and the next thing you know, you're missing all this money or something. I don't know. Again, this is a general reading, but that's what this card is saying, is that you, Aquarius, you need to start paying attention to the details. Whether it's career, whether it's, in finances or whatever it is, pay attention. Okay? You don't want to be making big mistakes, because big mistakes usually come with repercussions. Okay? And that's all I can say from that card. Take it as it's worth. And you got to remember too with tarot, and this is why I love tarot, is that it's not set in stone. This is guidance. And this is saying that, we talked about, well, even with this, for example, it's you can change your future. So, this thing I said about with the money, and be careful with contracts and things like that. We can do things to change the course of our future. We make thousands of decisions every day, and then there's thousands of decisions that we don't make because we don't make, those other choices. So things can always change. I love to use tarot, not as set in stone, but kind of, as I said, guidance. Okay? All right, let's pull you a crystal card and see what energy the universe wants you to work with. And then I will let y'all go for this month. Well, I hope to see you at the weekly readings and such. All right. As I said, I'm running out of room here. And the card you got is Ruby. I don't have any ruby by itself to show you. I have ruby zoisite. And it's actually, I have a little bin for my crystals on the clean, and it's in that bin. So I don't want to mess with that. But it says shine. And the universe is saying, yes, you have the ability to shine brightly and greatly. Okay? Don't doubt yourself. All right? If you find yourself doubting yourself, I want you to think of, Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz when she clicks her heels and she manifests her way home. Okay? That's exactly what you can do. You can manifest anything you want in your life. The thing is, you have to do the work. Okay? So many people think, oh, well, I'm going to manifest whatever, and, oh, it doesn't happen. It's fake. It's woo-woo. No, you have to do your part of the work, and then the universe will say, okay, you've done your job. Here you go. So again, you've got a wonderful opportunity to really, really shine, but you make sure you do the work. Don't cut the corners. Dot your I's, cross your T's, make a plan, do what you've got to do to manifest what you want, and shine, Aquarius. Shine, shine, shine. All right? I'm going to leave it at that. That's a really great note to leave it on. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe. Thumbs up, comment, positive comments. Don't put negativity out in the world. Share. Make sure you follow me on Facebook and check out yournaturalhealer.com as well. And read the description below. There's lots of information in there about myself, the channel, and all kinds of other good stuff going on. All right. So with that being said, my Aquarian friends, thank you so much again for sharing your time with me. Go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.